Welcome back to another episode of Transformers Forged to Fight. And for today's agenda, we are going to continue Act 4, Chapter 2. And in next episode, we will start Chapter 3. So hopefully we do finish Act 4 before the game shuts down. And maybe start on Act 5. I'm not too sure how things will go. But before I get into the mission stuff, I do want to talk about the progress with the character showcase videos. So yesterday, I was able to finish recording 3 videos in total. Windblade, Sound Blaster, and Cyclonus. Those are all done. They have been edited, and they are going to go live on the channel in the future. And for the rest of these characters, I cannot guarantee that I will have character showcase videos for them because I am running thin on Energon, and also with the time limit of how long this game is still going to stay around, which is pretty much today, tomorrow, Sunday, and the 4 days of next week. Not a lot of time. So, yeah, it's not the end of the world if we don't get the character showcase videos for all these done. In the end of the day, one of my main objectives with these character showcase videos was to at least record videos for the characters that I did not do in the Kabam era. And it's mainly those characters that they started releasing like near the tail end of the game's life cycle before the shutdown. So those videos are pretty much mostly done for the characters that I did not do, and some of them are already up on the channel. So that was one of the main objectives that I had with these showcase videos. And I am pretty much satisfied with these character showcase videos where they are. And this final batch that I did record, it is a good amount of them. So this will still cover for the series. And now going forward, I am going to just focus on episode content pretty much until the game closes down. So, of course, before that happens, I will record the goodbye episode, most likely on Thursday or Wednesday of next week. So this is going to be the objective, and we're just going to roll with it. So, yeah, I just wanted to provide this update, and also let's do some house cleaning stuff by claiming our gold, and of course, the free crystal, and also send some characters on a mission, even if we don't need to. And I'm going to actually upgrade some 4-star characters I have. I don't know if I can get them to max rank, but I do want to do this right now before we actually start on any sort of mission quests, because maybe I could use them. For example, Optimus Prime, which we don't even use on our team. So yeah, that is basically the plan for now, because I don't really know what else I'm going to do. And honestly, it's been great recording all these videos within such a short period of time, which I wasn't even expecting, but I'm really happy that I was able to at least do that. And I do apologize because this is why my figure review content has been slowing down as well, because I was originally supposed to work on some videos there because I've been pretty much behind. I have so many figure reviews that I planned since the start of this year, and because of a lot of other things that have been going on in my life, this is why a lot of those videos got pushed back, and I still have to work on a few of them. And then now with this game shutting down and also having to make the content for this game series, I was like, okay, you know what? We gotta just prioritize on this first, and then we can go back to the reviews and just get them up on the channel slowly. So that is basically the circumstances that we're in right now. And you know, it's not like the worst circumstance. It is still fun being able to at least record some sort of content for the channel. But I've been working double time to the best I can because, of course, I do have other things going on in my life that I also have to tend to. And I have also recorded a few Toy Hunt shorts for people who want to see what's been going on there. So I have been going out and actually toy hunting for things that are on clearance and things I want to find at Ross. So there are some of those videos coming out very soon. So those will be live on the channel as well. Yeah, that is basically where I am right now with just content for this game and the other stuff that I'm doing. So, alright, let's bring in Megatronus, let's bring in Necrotronus, let's also bring in Optimus Prime. Actually, I want to bring in Optimus. We can try with that. I don't think this is going to work in the best way possible. Okay, so we're going to bring him in, and I'll bring in Cheeto. There we go. Full synergy on this team, I suppose. Okay, let's start this. Hey, the fight's over. What kind of poor winner shoots off after the KO? Who do you think? Galvatron? Obviously, he's become unhinged again due to your failure. Has he... Wait, has ever been... What? What is it that... Has ever been hinged? No, not really. Even the therapy sessions on Torque? What? Torkulon couldn't curb his penchant for lashing out. Then why do you still serve him? He rewards your loyalty with abuse and laser blasts. Perhaps the time has come for me to seek a new alliance, a more powerful one. Let me know how that works out for you, but me, I'm laying low for a while. This place is getting too volatile. Okay. I did not know Galvatron had to go to therapy sessions, but you know, it makes sense, right? Okay, let's look at the local mod for this one. Okay, just increase critical. That's not too bad, I don't think. Let's see if we can fare with our Optimus Prime, who's not even max rank. Or he's max rank, but not max level, because I don't have enough ISOs. But that's okay. I think we can do this with no problems. So, I do want to talk about some funny behind-the-scenes stuff with the character showcase videos, since I mentioned them as a topic. For Windblade, it was really ambitious. Rank 2 level 20 versus a 5-star Shockwave. I don't know how I even got that video done, and it was a 5-minute video in total, like close to 6 minutes, because when you bring in a low rank character that's not like suited to fight 5 stars, because why would you ever use a 3-star against a 5-star in general, right? Like, that's just not how you would, you know, fight these characters. I was literally swiping the screen like crazy, because one thing I don't like about Shockwave, and you know, this is one thing that I hate about the character sometimes, and I'm getting freaking pummeled by Sharkticon right now, is the fact that he has range attacks, which sometimes his SP1, when he fires it, like pretty much getting ready to use the SP1, if you don't move quick enough, his initial first hit can still hit you, and if you block it, you can still move away from it, which is great. But if you don't block it, he pretty much got you right there, and then he'll blast you after with his second part of his SP1. So it's really interesting with the attack combos, and you would think, like, oh, for someone like me who's like literally fought Shockwave so many times, like, would I be able to just avoid it? Yes, but sometimes he's like super quick, right? And when he gets like super quick like that, it's not fun. It's really, really annoying, and that's something that I had trouble recording that character showcase video like a few times. There's been like a few attempts, and oh my goodness, I messed that up. Oh no. Yeah, you see, I can't talk and play at the same time. I'm just really bad at this game when I... Well, point proven. Yeah. So, okay, he's gonna... Yep, he's gonna just kill my Cheetor. Alright, Blastor. Or Blaster, not Blastor. But that's basically, like, what's happening behind the scenes when I record these videos, because there's always these sorts of like mess ups that happen, because I do get nervous, okay? Like, it's not an easy thing to record when you use 3 stars against 5 stars, especially when they can like 1-hit, 2-hit you, because your HP is like lower than theirs. So it is a fun thing to push myself to see if I can pull it off. And this time it was way too ambitious, using a rank 2 level 23 star. And pulling it off was so satisfying at the end of it. Because I just remember yesterday when I got the video done, I was literally just like, my goodness, this is not even like a modded character. But even then, I've never done this in the history of playing this game. I've never used a rank 2 level 20 character to fight a 5-star. And I could not believe I pulled that off. So, yeah, this is just one of those situations in the behind the scenes when I record these videos where it's just like, I'm just testing myself to see if my skills are good. But of course, my skills are subpar because I can't even focus and play the game at the same time while talking in these videos, so you just see like this side of me. But then when you watch those showcase videos, you see like a whole different side where it's like, is it even the same person playing the game? And it is, but just, you know, I'm more of a goof when I'm recording these episodes, and then when I record those videos, it's just the different side of me where it's like I'm more focused. But yeah, that's basically how the character showcase video was for the Windblade. And I do apologize if the game lagged a bit right there. That is a problem as well, which isn't great. But I think we should still be good anyways, even if there was a little bit of lag. Okay, Thundercracker, get away from me. Back away, please. Now, Sound Blaster. That character surprised me a whole lot. At rank 3 for a 5-star, it is absolutely... No. Rank 3 at a 3-star, not 5-star. Let me correct myself. I did not realize he can do that much damage. I know he had a class advantage over the enemy I was fighting, but even then, I was still kind of shocked, like how much damage he was able to do with his SP2, which caught me off guard. And I was like, whoa, I've never used this character in this game. Like, he's never been a demolition class character that I put on my team, because for some reason, my lazy ass just loves using Megatronus all the time, as you can see right now. So, yeah, but just being able to play the character against an enemy that's like far more stronger than a 3-star, and being able to see the damage output that the 3-star can do was really cool. And that's what I love about these showcase videos, is that I get to play the characters that I usually wouldn't use or I don't work on and put on my team, because there's just too many characters in this game. Like, of course, it's not like a whole lot like Contest of Champions, where that game has like over 350 characters now. But even then, it's like there's so many characters, right? It's like, you know, who are you prioritizing on? And are you trying to use every single character? Of course not, because every character has their different usages for certain situations. But when you're just doing story quests like what I do mainly when I play this game, there's not much to really have to worry about, like, oh, bringing this character in for this sort of situation. Like, you can literally just still beat the enemy with the characters that you have. And when I record these videos, it's fun because it reminds me like what the character's playstyle is like, which is something that I've forgotten. So Motormaster is a good example of that. When I recorded his video a few days ago, I think, yeah, it was a few days ago, I was not used to his attack combos. Like, I was just caught off guard, like how he attacks and stuff. And then when he uses his SP3, I did not, realize that he had recoil damage, because I forgot about that, right? I'm pretty sure I knew about it when I played the game back when it came out, when the character was already in the game and I read his stuff. But, after a long time and how this game doesn't get updates, you just kind of slowly not really care about what the character's abilities are. You just kind of just go on cruise control. Like, that's how I am. I'm not saying everyone's like this, but for me, that was how it was. So I forgot that his SP3 does that. So, all right, before I continue now, let's read this. So the failure presents himself. It is you who have failed. Failed to lead us as you are slipping into madness. Good luck, Galvatron. My master, you will be no longer. Man, I suck at reading. The insolence. Wait, I suck at pronouncing words. The insolence. How dare you? You serve only me. I serve you at the will of Unicron, who is no more. Now I shall find a true power to follow. It appears someone's minions have deserted them. Desert is not the right word. Rendered useless is. Just as soon I will render you. When will you learn that loyalty demanded but not returned is the path to destruction? When will you learn that me standing before you is your path to destruction? Oh. Okay, there's that. Yay! Let's use Megatronus against Galvatron for the sake of it. And I did not read the information with the mod. Oh, it's just crit damage. Okay, that's not that bad. I love Galvatron in terms of his character design. I still have not picked up a Galvatron figure. Okay, but yeah, going back to what I was talking about with Motormaster. Yeah, so not remembering his skills and anything. And then just the fact that every time I do make a video for these characters, it's always fun to be able to learn how to play as the character. Because they all have a different, unique sort of combo to them. Now, of course, the last batch of characters that Kabam did release before the shutdown, those characters did recycle animations and hit combos for a few things, so there are similarities. But for the ones that had their own uniqueness to them, those ones are kind of tricky to use. And I didn't realize how tricky they would be. So, which goes into the next character, but before I do that, let me read this. The Decepticons of this world were so close, they lacked only the will, the passion, and the ancient encryption key to open this tomb. My access to Unicron's files will allow their long quest to become my quick victory. Does a god now stand before me? A god, that is a word for you to use. Not I, victory. If your goal was to cease to function, perhaps. I come to you in subservience, for I know who and what you are. As do others. I know they all seek me. How is it that you have found me first? It must be the will of Primus. You say you come in subservience, then display your fealty? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I need time to prepare. Give me that time and I shall consider your entreaty. Your word is my command. Well, that was pretty obvious. We knew it was going to be Megatronus. Okay, which way are we going? This way? What do we have on this side? Let me look at the mod. Range power burn. Oh, that's not too bad. So basically, if we get hit by range attacks, they will power burn our power meter. Okay. That shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, going to the next character that I had to record a character showcase video for that was kind of tricky. Okay, Cheetor, don't be annoying. It was Jazz. I did not realize how annoying Jazz could be when using the character because I was not used to his combos, right? I fought him before, but using him is a different story. So when I was recording his video, I did have some struggles with understanding how to use him. But in the end of the day, I actually started to enjoy the gameplay that he provided in terms of how he fights and stuff in this game. But in the beginning, it was kind of tricky. So, and I am getting destroyed by this Cheetor. Hopefully not. Back away, Cheetor. Okay, we survived. Good. I don't know. I don't know why I always mess up when I talk, but this is just how it goes. Okay. But hey, I always admit it. I am not good at this game. I am completely bad at playing this game. So, that is facts. Alright, let's go this way. Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper. Switching topics, though, I always wondered, because this has been a pattern that I've noticed. Why do they always like to get rid of Cliffjumper at the beginning of certain series? Like, he never stays around long term in the shows or stories. For example, in the Bumblebee movie, he gets obliterated by the two new characters, right? Which is just like, at this point, it's just like a meme where Cliffjumper just always dies, which is like, what? Why? Like, what did he deserve to have this fate all the time? And then even in Transformer Prime, he also gets axed in the first episode. And it's always been one of those where it's like, this poor character, he doesn't deserve this. Like, has he done something bad that he deserves to just be treated this way? I don't think so. He's an Autobot. The only time that he's ever been given, like, the best treatment was in the Fall Cybertron game, where you play as you play as him first, and then you switch to Jazz for the second half of the mission. That was the only time I ever felt the character was, like, treated right, where he just did not have the short end of the stick. And, well, we don't know what happens to him after, so, like, by the end of the game, of course, they all go to Earth, but we don't know what his fate is, like, in that story if they were to continue making another game after Fall Cybertron. So who knows? It could have been the same outcome as well. But I don't know what it is, man. They don't like freaking Cliffjumper or something. Oh my goodness, I'm getting pummeled by a Jetfire here. I don't like the range thing. Oh, and freaking the reflect. Just get away, please. Just do that. And you have the stun. I keep forgetting your shield thing does that. Oh my goodness. Jetfire. Maybe that's what I get for bad-mouthing their decision. Okay, no. Use your SP2, please. I don't want you to use your SP3. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Oh, that was going to go bad right there if I messed that up. Well, as if I've been not messing up this whole time. Okay, let's move on to the Sharkticon. Yeah, it's just something I noticed. Cliffjumper, poor dude. Always getting, the short end of the stick right there. But at least he got a new figure coming out. I believe I saw pictures that they're releasing a new Cliffjumper figure, but I think he's reusing the same mold that he had with the previous version, but there have been some complaints because the window paint on him is not like a blue color. It's just like this like gray color that's not even translucent or something, which doesn't look good. So, but yeah, he's getting a new action figure, and I did see that. Yeah, I think I mentioned this in the last episode that Earthrise Bumblebee. Actually, Earthrise. Man, I'm getting the names mixed up. Earthrise is a line. The Devastation Bumblebee, the new one that is also coming out. I did see the stock for that at a Target. So I believe it's sharing the same mold as a Cliffjumper. I could be wrong. I don't keep track of what molds are being reused. I did see a really interesting report. Don't know how accurate this is, but it is being talked about. They are going to reuse the Megatronus mold from Age of the Primes. Like, I think it's going to be a mixture of his mold. I don't know if there's going to be something else to it. And they're going to make a Unicron Trooper, which I am going to buy. That one, no questions asked. I am going to buy that figure because anything that's Unicron, I don't have. I don't have the original Unicron that they released back in the day. That was basically kind of like the same size as Primus. Okay, Skywalker. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Okay, going back to what I was saying. If you remember that period where there was the Primus figure and the Unicron figure, then they had the sounds and everything. But when they transform, they can also turn into their planet form. That particular figure I did not get growing up because at the time, it was really expensive to afford with that period of pricing because, things have changed, right? We look back and say that, man, that was cheap because of how the costs for these things have gone up now. But at that time, it was not cheap. It was expensive. And even though I did not get the figure back then, it was what it is. But now, since they're doing a Unicron Trooper from what I think is going to happen, if the reports are true, I do want it because it is a form of Unicron, right? In the new sort of style in this current iteration of Transformer figures. So, yeah, I do want to see that. I am curious how that's going to go. And I don't know why he's not using his SP2. You are going to use an SP3 on me, aren't you? Okay. Use your SP2, Sunstreaker. Please. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. I don't like fighting Sunstreaker. I honestly don't like fighting this guy. Freaking proccing is unstoppable every single time. I just use this. Yes. Come on. Wow. Actually fared pretty well right there, surprisingly. Okay, it's because I'm not talking. Hey, there we go. We took him down. Now, before I continue that topic, let's read this dialogue. I have hope deep in my spark that despite your loyalty, you can be made to understand reason. Understand this. Your master has been defeated. Stand aside and avoid undue conflict. My master, I believe you are mistaken, for a god cannot be defeated. Galvatron is hardly a god, more a how do you say that word again? Maniacally. There we go. Deranged, sadistic Decepticon that cannot be trusted. I would never mistake Galvatron for a god, and he is no longer my master. God? That means you found him? If it gives you solace, yes, but to what does that help you once I extinguish your spark in the name of Lord Megatronus? Okay. And I'm assuming he has the same exact mods. Yes, he does. Okay. Well, isn't it kind of ironic that we're using Megatronus against him? So the god that he's serving is actually the one that's also putting an end to him? Well, in this case it is. Oh no, Darkfield. Get away from me. Even though Darkfield barely does damage to me. I kind of like his Darkfield ability. It's kind of cool how it can, like, nullify and all that stuff. So, but it can be annoying to fight. Okay, that is the end of Mission 2. We did get some nice rewards out of this. Before I continue Mission 3, let me actually see if I can at least upgrade my Optimus really quickly. Do want to put in like a few more levels in there because we just got more ISO. I don't think we can get him to level 50 just yet. No. Okay, that's fine. Let's, oh, hold up. Let's actually do this too. Let's do that. No, don't send him on a mission. We need him. Let's go back into the story mission. Oh, isn't this great? We gotta fight Megatronus. Oh, I do not like fighting Megatronus. It's been so long since I had to deal with a Megatronus. Let's just bring in Jetfire for insurance. Which might go poorly. But I guess we'll see. His presence has been officially confirmed. Second-hand confirmation by Cyclonus, but yes, a dark evil like we have never seen has been unleashed. Course of action? Nothing has changed. We must pursue this potential threat and see if reason can prevail. And if we don't reach him first, forces of immeasurable destruction may collide. Okay, so there's that. I'm assuming this is going to be the lane that I should go. Yeah, special damage. Okay, that's not that bad. I think we should be fine. Actually, I'm going to use Jetfire for this one. I think we should be able to pull this off. Hopefully, without any issues. If I can bait him to use his SP1 consistently, then yeah, it's not a problem. Come on. Come on, dude. Work with me. There we go. Yeah, that's another thing right there. Since I did do the character showcase video for him yesterday, his heavy attack is kind of interesting how it works. But there are certain like moments where you do want to be very careful using his heavy attack because it could leave you open, which is also a problem. So, not the greatest of like heavy attacks because of how it's like applied. Come on, use your SP1. I don't want you to use your SP2. I don't like that. I still don't know how to dodge his SP2. Speaking about his skills. Yeah, so that's another problem. Him and Blaster have like this similar thing with their SP2 where they fire like their blast at you before they actually like, you know, hit you with the second blast from their little mini-con guy that's inside them. Or cassette tape thing, actually, not a mini-con. Well, yeah, it is a mini-con, right? Classified as a mini-con? I suppose. Oh, no. Nope. Here's the SP1. Thank you. There we go. Alright, Blaster is down. Who's next? Megatron! Well, wasn't that perfect? Megatron is next. Alright, let's move into this fight. But yeah, going back to the topic I was talking about with the Unicron Trooper, I'm curious to see how that figure is going to look if the reports are true that he is going to reuse the Megatronus mold. It's probably going to make the character look even cooler than what he originally looked like, because they did make one a long time ago. I don't remember like what era it was, like which particular line. I did not search it up. But yeah, really cool to see that we're seeing something Unicron again. Because the last thing that they did that was Unicron, of course, was that that giant HasLab Unicron, which I, of course, cannot afford that. Alright? And even if I could, it takes up way too much room. Where the heck am I going to put that? I don't have the space for that thing. I already had to make space for the Metroplex Titan class figure that I have from the Legacy line, and luckily he's not as... Well, he's still big, but he's not, like, I don't know, the HasLab figure in terms of that size. So, that is the only good benefit that I have with that. Okay, we're going this way. Oh, great, we have a freaking Ironhide. Oh, how I do love fighting Ironhides. No, I do not, actually. I don't like his reflex skill. Maybe with Optimus we could actually do armor break to him. That might be good. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm going to try to concentrate with this one because I don't want to mess this up. Okay. Thank you. Oh no. There it is. There it is. There's the reflect skill. Nope. I'm going to block every single hit. Okay. Use an SP2. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. But still. Use your SP1, please. There we go. Use an SP1, please. Ironhide, just be friendly, please. No. No. Okay, no, you're not being friendly. That just... Alright, Ironhide, see, no. I don't like fighting you, Ironhide. I don't. Alright, luckily we have a Cheetor for this. And, of course, the game is choosing to lag right now. Isn't that great? I just need to use an SP1 for this guy. Alright, let me just back away from him because of that stupid skill. Get away from me. He's always on the defensive. That's what I don't like about fighting Ironhide. He's kind of like... He's just there. There we go. There we go. Nope. 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 Yeah, there we go. Bleed out. Oh. Success. Alright, let's move on to Jazz. He should not be that difficult, hopefully. Alright, that's pretty much everything in terms of the topics I have for today's episode, I suppose. Not much I can really think of. Was there any other news that came out with Transformer stuff? Like, in terms of the toys? I can't think of anything at the moment. But yeah. Oh! No, maybe I did talk about this in the last episode. Never mind. Yeah, I think I already talked about it. So, I think that's pretty much all the subjects I have for today. And in terms of the rest of this episode, we're just going to try to finish up where we are. So, let's just get this going. And of course, we have an ambush, which is not great. I don't like when that happens. It just slows down the progress of getting to the boss. And luckily, it's a 4-star. Sharktacon. Oh, actually, this is the last thing we could talk about. I had this on my mind earlier. So, when I was recording these showcase videos, I was thinking about the Bayverse characters, because you know how in this version of the game they don't exist. It would be interesting to see those characters, like, gameplay for them again, because I haven't watched like videos on their gameplay in like years, but all I remember was that I really loved the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron as Demolition Class. I think he was one of the coolest characters they made. And I still remember that when this game launched, he was one of the more difficult bosses at the time for, I think it was Act 2? Yeah, I believe it was Act 2 at the time. And I made a video fighting him. I believe it was using Soundwave. And yeah, it was really, really fun. Okay, alright, we're just like getting wrecked here by the special damage, which is probably one of the worst things that's going to happen when we do fight Megatronus. I do not like this. Okay. But yeah, the Bayverse characters were quite unique in terms of what they offered in this game when they were playable characters. I just wish they didn't have to remove them in this version, because it's so weird how they're like classified as a different license. I don't know how that works, because they are still Transformers. So why are they like classified in a different sort of... We're really doing that, are we? Okay, okay, alright, freak. I actually tried to swipe away and it didn't even freaking move. Man, I'm so bad today. I am really bad today. What is happening? You know what? It makes sense when you record like 3 showcase videos yesterday, and then it's just... some of it just pisses you off because the run is not going great. Okay, there's that. Alright, we got rid of RC. Let's get to the Sharktacon. Hopefully he will not present himself as a pain in the you know. Please back away so I can actually use my skills. And stop blocking. Can you use your SP1? There we go. Alright, I need you to use your SP1 again, please. I hate this Sharkticon so much. He's like more annoying than the other ones sometimes. Like he's just always like going away, blocking, and then using his freaking blast effects and just being, yeah. Nope. I fought Shockwave too much to freaking let that hit me. Okay. There we go. Now, can we take this boss down? I don't exactly know. Oh, this is not going to end well. 13, is that you? I'm not known by that title here. I am Optimus Prime. I am not a number. You cannot escape your past. You cannot escape your purpose any more than I could escape mine. The past follows us, but the future leads us to what must be done. Then tell me, oh noble leader, great uniter, savior of all Cybertron, what must be done? Secure the peace and return those of us trapped here to our proper homes and times. I say otherwise. It is time to teach you your first lesson in what it means to be an original Prime. Oh, that isn't great. And also, because he has that special damage thing, he's going to be quite annoying. Okay. Yep. I figured. Nope. I figured he's going to be annoying. You know, I fought him before in the past. Many times. Can we actually land some damage on him? No, we cannot. Okay. I messed that up, and I don't even have Energon for revives. I have a feeling this is not going to end well today for today's episode. I might have to redo this mission, like, next episode and just not mess up. Wait a minute. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that, you freaking idiot. Nope. Okay, I ate that SP2 with no problems. That's crazy. Whoa! We KO'd him! What the heck? Okay, that was not in the bingo cards right there. Wow, that was insane. Okay, that was way too easy right there, I guess. Bringing in Megatronus as a way to counter Megatronus. Alrighty. That is going to be it for today's episode. I feel like this episode might be longer than the last one because I was talking a bunch of stuff and just getting my characters pummeled by the enemies. But we still pulled it off. Surprisingly, we still actually cleared Chapter 2 today. So there it is. Chapter 2 is done. Next episode, as I said at the beginning of today's episode, we're going to start Chapter 3. And that is going to be a wrap. If you found today's episode enjoyable, please give this video a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel for more Transformers Forged to Fight content, of course, of whatever I have left that is going to get uploaded within the period of time that I have scheduled for all these videos. And of course, my action figure reviews, if you're into those, it would be much appreciated. And with that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.